can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies. She is blessed and praised. Hey, Twister girl, are you tired of seeing his face? But last one. We've been talking about DHT blocking and, naturally promoting hair growth and stopping that nasty hormone that's causing hair loss. Many of you notice pattern balding, or they call female, male pattern balding. That's all it is, where DHT is overabundance in your hair or in your body, and it causes hair loss. So DHT blockers stop that process and help regulate your growth stage so that you won't experience all that hair loss and issues. I'm going to tell you step by step, like if you're interested in making a oil that will actually help with this process, and I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible with things that I have. Now, obviously, if you just search DHT ingredients or products, you're going to come up with a whole lot of shampoos, conditioners, pills, etc., etc. I'm showing you, or my purpose right now is just to give you something that can be throughout your entire natural process. It's something that you can easily pick up and go, because for me, I feel like it's a whole part. I'm going to try to change my diet. I'm going to make sure I drink more water, and I'm going to make sure that my products are actually more natural and catering to what the issue is. Because if you're like me, I had experienced loss of hair here. I had a couple bald spots in the middle. My nape tends not to grow that well, so I'm going to treat it as a DHT issue and see where that goes. So without further ado, you're going to need a bottle. These are in your local hair store. You can get them different sizes and shapes. I believe anywhere between 4 ounces to 16 ounces. This is an 8-ounce one. You don't necessarily have to get one this big, but I like this bottle because it's very thick and is heat resistant. I can actually put it in a microwave. And it has a long nozzle for like my style right now that I actually can put between my hair. Then you're going to choose your carrier oil. This is the tricky part, because believe it or not, there are not many carrier oils that actually stop DHT. Olive oil is very important and a very big one in the community, but guess what? It's only as good as it gets. DHT is where it stops. If you want one that actually aids in DHT, then you have the avocado oil. This one, I got it for a really good deal, $7.99 at TJ Maxx. However, if I were to get the same bottle in a grocery store, it'd probably be like 15 bucks. So of course you don't need something this big, but I actually make oil, so I have to get the biggest I can find. But you can just get a 4 8-ounce container, because you're just mixing it for yourself. So this would be the cheaper alternative. Next up, we have almond oil. Almond oil was probably the greater option as far as blocking DHT, but it's the most expensive option. I actually looked up and got a bulk, 3 of these, 16 ounce for $22, $23. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to find a deal like that, but understand with everything going on, a lot of people are just trying to clear out. So I looked up. But I think normally this 16 ounce costs like 10, 12 bucks by itself. But again, this will go a long way, and you wouldn't need much of this to make like just a little concoction, like maybe it's only 4 ounces. Next, you have your herbs and your blends. A big one, which is I think number 2 on the DHT blocking list, is stinging nettle. I actually got the actual herbs, and I had a whole bag, and I believe this is like a 2-ounce bag or 1-ounce bag or something like that. And it cost me like $7 to $8, which isn't horrible. Now, going in the future, I probably would try to just go ahead and get the nettle leaf oil that's already infused. But I would say it's something about using the herbs. Like I have rosemary herbs and stuff that kind of make it more potent and more pure, in my opinion. Because when you deal with the oils, they have to be in a carrier and are not 100%. So this is what I use for you guys. Oils here that y'all purchase from me. And like I said, it's 100% natural and organic. And I got this online for about $7 to $8. Next would be the fenugreek seeds. And I'm almost done with, this was I got 2 200-gram bags for like 11 bucks. This is what's left. And I actually had these for over a year. And they last a long, long time. And I did go ahead and get a backup bag. This one's a little more pricier, because this is a more like a higher end Star West Botanicals. And this was a pound bag, and I believe it was like 12, 13 bucks. So there you go. So, and I'm saying this is me telling you how to build from like what I deem as more important. Now, one thing that I don't have that was coming up as like the #1 DHT blocker, which would be saw palmetto. But I would say if it's that good, then I would say you probably just need that, your carrier oil, and then your essential oil. That's it. But because I know stinging nettle is powerful and potent, but it's not like, it's not #1, it's like #2. I would say you're safe with doing the fenugreek as well as this, because fenugreek has multiple purpose, not just DHT blocking. And here's the cheaper of the essential oil, this tea tree oil. You get this 2-ounce container for $6.88 at your local Walmart. They do sell it in smaller, which I'm gonna show you in a second, like these. But this brand right here is a little on the pricier side, whereas this is a Walmart brand. But this is a more pricier brand, where if you got this alone would be like $6 some change, which, you know, I just looked up on getting a package of these. But next will be lavender. And again, 6 and some change for a little one. Lavender is going to be a little more costly because it's considered like, look like the real deal, like good stuff. And I have multiple options, as you can see. This one was probably cheaper, but I got this one on sale. And you're going to get for 100% pure, USDA approved. Try to make sure those are in the labeling before you purchase, to make sure you're getting the right thing, because they do sell, because these are essential oils that you can like burn as incense, and they are making knockoff versions. So please make sure yours actually say 100% pure. But, and with me, I would actually do like some MSM, not too much, but, and I would add that all together. And like I said, make at least about 4 or 5 ounces of the product and use that and see how that works, along with changing your diet. Like, I cannot stress that enough. As y'all can see, my face is getting poofy, and y'all didn't even tell me. I gained 15 pounds since this pandemic, whatever you want to call it, pandemic. And I'm just like, oh, I need to get out and walk. But then when I said that, God sends rain. So when he say stay in, he means stay in. But I do know I had to practice self-control. Many of y'all have been with me throughout this whole journey with the postpartum shedding and all that stuff. I know that stress, diet, because you know what happens with the postpartum shedding is the stress hormone in abundance, with also the lack of nutrients, because your body went from supplying the nutrients to you so that you can get it to your unborn, to your body being in shock, like, where does this go? How much do I'm missing this, I'm missing that, and your body has to adjust. That's why you lose your hair. But enough of that. I'm no scientist, I'm no therapist, I'm no expert. I'm me, and I'm just trying to help you guys. Like I said, if you know what your issue is, cool, fine. I'm not saying stop what you're doing and alternate, but I'm saying there are many of us who we're 30 plus, and we have to do things a little different. Like, we can't just eat fast food all the time. We can't just eat what we want. We have to adjust our intake, our supplements. Things change when you hit 30. Like, welcome to the real world. And this is something that I have to, like, I spent all last year saying, oh, it's just a number, just a number. And slowly but surely, my body showed me who was boss. But I'm saying, I'm here, I'm blessed, I'm fortunate to share knowledge with you guys and to study. So I'm going to take what I know and what I have. And it's unfortunate because I have a lot of products I have to give away too. So stay tuned for that. But anywho, I could have saved a lot of money looking at this pile over here. But it's all good, because nothing was in vain. It was all in love. But continue to pray for me and my ministry. I love you. God bless.